Hello, and welcome. We are here for the interview with the GTeX member of the year, winning the GTeX Expert Award, Expert Business of the Year, the one and only Vishal Shah. How are you doing, Vishal?
I'm fine, thank you, Simone. Nice to see you.
It's great to see you as well. So, congratulations, first of all, even if you won the award last year, and it took a while to arrange this interview, but we made it in particular because this is one of the most important awards that we give to GTS clients. It is one of the most coveted because it is about the growth of the specific growth of a business in a certain period of time in a year. And your business has been growing from strength to strength over the years. We've been observing your journey. We've been together through the good and the bad, and seeing your success. It was one of my greatest joys to see within the membership. So, congratulations. Well done. Really well done.
Thank you.
So first of all, to get things started, tell us tell a bit more about your business and what you do, so then everyone is aware, and then we go into some of the lessons that you learn in this journey.
Brilliant, fantastic. Thank you for that, Simone. So, as I suppose a lot of people can see there, I am called as the Subconscious Mind Communicator, and I help people with their pain. Really, it could be any kind of pain. It could be something that is physical, so like an illness, health issue, and it could be emotional or mental, as well as spiritual. So anyone who's going any through any kind of pain in any part of their life, it could be their like I said, their health or their relationships. It could be their career. Essentially, what we do is we get to the root of the problem. Where is this coming from? And as most of us know, most of the problems that we have in life are to do with our psychosomatic stresses. And some of these stem from as far back as uh, from our past lives. It could be from our childhood. It also could be from our ancestors, because guess what? The same nose that I have right now was also the nose of my grandfather.
Yeah.
So we not only carry the physical looks, but we also carry their emotions and their um, mental issues that they might have had. So we work all the way right to the root of the problem, get to it, let it go from there, such that it doesn't come up again and doesn't hinder you in any part of your life. So that's primarily what I
And it's so important, this particular work, because sometimes there are things that are stopping us, or some illnesses that they come up, or some situations of mental illnesses as well, or some situations of discomfort that we try the drugs, and we try other ways, but actually the work that we need to do is on a subconscious level, and is on the emotional side, to unlock that part. Otherwise it keeps coming back. How did you get so passionate about this industry? Because I know your background was very different. So tell us a bit about your background before you started your coaching journey, and then why this particular part of work instead of doing something else.
Right. So um, before I started this, I was in the IT services industry. I was working in the corporate world. I had a electronics and software. Well, I wouldn't say had, but I still have an electronic and software engineering degree from the University of Birmingham. I also did a MBA at the Warwick Business School. But come 2012, I went through my own experience of, sometimes where life just doesn't work for you. You're going through on one path, and suddenly some obstacles come across, and no matter how much you try, you don't know how to navigate around them. So I thought the only way I had to find out a solution for this was to go within myself. And as they say, all answers lie within. I went within myself. I found answers to what I was going through and how I could then overcome them by going right to the root of the problem, and where was it that this was coming from. And when I did that, suddenly life started improving. It happened over time because I was doing this on my own. I was experimenting, and I was, without any guidance at that time. So as I came out of it, out of the situation that I was in, and then I went back into work, and then there was this almost like this inner calling, like, hey Vishal, you can't really keep on doing this. You can't really work in the 9 to 5 job, and what you found out for yourself, you've got to use that method to help others. And that's where my journey really started, where I started doing it part time as I was working full time. So I used to spend my evenings and weekends doing this. Simone knows, that's when I actually started off with GTeX back in 2014, and that's where my journey really started.
Yeah, and I still remember because we were doing something completely different. At the time, we were not even offering the business services we offer now. The business program, it was live your purpose, live your life, and finding out about your purpose. It was all about personal development, and then we switched to business mentoring. And you've been on the journey with us, and the growth that we had in GTeX, and the good, the bad times that we had with you. You were there always as a member, and definitely value. And in fact, that's all I think why meant personally to me when we gave you this award. Personally meant a lot to me because I was not able just to see your journey over a period of a couple of years, but we've seen each other journey over 8 years, 9 years. Is pretty wild. And so thank you for being such an important pillar of the GTS community and the GTS family. I want to ask you about some of the mistakes, because in this journey throughout the years, if you think about literally to get to this point, what are some of the either one or two the biggest mistake that you say in a hindsight, I would have not done that. And of course, they're all learning point and lessons, but in a hindsight, we can see, okay, I can avoid that, so other people can avoid them. So, what are these for you? What have these been for you?
So, more than mistakes, I feel there were real fears, um, fears that I had of how this would turn out. As people look into transitioning, maybe they are working full time and they're wanting to go into what they love doing or what they're passionate about. There's some fears that came up for me, like fear of the unknown, for example, or fear of the what will others think when I switch and do something completely different to what I had actually trained myself in, right? So those kind of fears, fear of failure too, like what if I were to fail, and all those fears that were, were within me were actually creating obstacles because I wasn't able to move forward.
Yeah.
And you know as we know, those fears, those obstacles that come into our life then make you make mistakes, you make certain errors that you wish that you hadn't made, and even may cost you, because at the end of the day, if you're holding fear within you, then you're not able to move forward. So
Mm.
it was these very fears that I had, and luckily I was able to go within and work on my fears, and of course with the help of GTeX too. Like Simone said, I've been like nearly 9 years as a lifetime member. So getting the structure from GTeX, getting also how a real coaching business should run,
Mm.
and helping hand from somebody who's experienced themselves, also led me into then overcoming all of those fears, and knowing that if somebody has actually done this, that I too can do it. You know,
Mm.
and that gave me the courage, gave me the confidence, and it was that leap of faith that finally I needed, which
Yeah.
helped me actually go into this that I'm doing full time. And that was it. It was really that was needed to overcome my fears, to be able to actually make that
Do
leap
you
of
know
faith.
what specific fear you had? Like, if you have to pinpoint in the work that you did, was there something in particular was blocking you more than other fears, for example?
So I would say, like, the fear of what will others think. I think
Mm.
that for me that was the biggest fear, because I was brought up in a kind of close knit society. Originally born in Kenya, and back in Kenya, culture, society, everything is quite close knit. So with regards to closer family members, always wanting, their child to do better than, their neighbor's kid, or their other family members' children. And there's always this pressure of, oh, you must really perform, and you must, if we are sending you to the UK, and we're paying your fees to do this amazing program for 3 years, engineering degree, you've got to make sure that you get some results by working for a multinational company, and
Mhm.
make our name, make us proud of who we are, etc. So that was the biggest fear for me. Like, now, when I'm transitioning, what will my family think? What will the extended family think? What will the society at large think? That, hey, has he just wasted his years in education, and why is he
Yeah.
doing this now? So that was the biggest fear for me.
And I know I didn't think about this question before, but I know now you're actually doing a retreat in Kenya.
Yes,
So it's almost coming full circle. Have you done another retreat in Kenya, or is it the first time you bring your clients to Kenya?
it's the first time. It's the
That's
first
the
time.
first time. How you feeling about it?
Oh, very excited indeed. Really looking forward to it, and yeah, everything is planned out. This is the first time you're doing it, and we've never done a retreat before. So when we're doing this, this is happening. Uh, we're basically testing this out as we do
Yeah.
it. So and yet it is in international waters. So going back, for me, it's going back home. But yes, it's exciting, very exciting to go there. And
And it's interesting how also like personally you made this transition inside yourself, like, this journey from I'm worried about what others people and in particular what my family or my closest circle could think about what I do and my choices, being not the most traditional. It's like you didn't say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" A subconscious mind communicator. that's not that's not the kind of answer the kids give, and or the parents saying, "Oh, I really wish my son is gonna become a subconscious mind communicator." No, that's not generally what happened. And so seeing actually being for you being so comfortable, no, coming back, going back home and bring to and show your clients and the people that work with you actually the world where you were brought up or where you grew up, and is special. And also it shows that that fear is completely gone, and that's also why your business has grown so much to this level. I want to ask another question around actually a piece of advice or a tip that you will give to someone else that want to grow their coaching business or their speaking, in this case, their coaching business. Is there something in particular that you found in your business? And it doesn't have to be a business practice, by the way. It can be something business related, but it can be something that helps them individually that will connect them with their business, that is connected with their business. What would be the number one piece of advice that you will give to someone from your own experience?
okay, so the number one advice, and I learned this the hard way, was, and I mentioned this to Simone before, is gather start gathering testimonials, because you know that's the one biggest thing that made a huge difference in my business, and
Mm.
especially business like this. Because A is, when I say the subconscious mind communicator, like Simona was saying, what is that? And mindfulness and all the woo-woo stuff, right? And people cannot actually get quantifiable results. I mean, nowadays I'm trying to get that, with blood tests done, and improvement in people's health and all that. That too is coming through now. But initially, when I started, like, oh, I'm just feeling better, and how do you then show that to people,
Yeah.
right? And the worst thing is, if you are to say that, oh, you made such a big difference in somebody's life, and they really had a good experience, or their relationship changed, their health was better, then people will take your word for it, but they will not really. They'll say, oh, he's saying it because he's wanting to obviously sell his
Mhm.
programs. right? So the best thing that you can do, if you are in a business like mine or similar, or any business, to be honest, is to get testimonials from people. And these are testimonials, ideally you want them to be written by themselves, directly on social media, so not even copying and pasting what they've sent you by email and then put it on social media, but testimonials where they have written it themselves, or even video testimonials, because then people know that actually, hang on, this person has his life has really changed after working with Vishal.
Yeah.
So in this industry, as you know, Simone, we a lot of people are looking for trust, integrity, what we actually talked about before the call, and also about that belief, uh, belief and faith, because that's the biggest thing. If somebody believes that you can help them, they will, they will come, they will sign up straight away.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I find, that I now I've got like an app where you go through actually a 7-day online challenge. The primary goal of that 7-day online challenge is not about showing you how this work can help, but the primary goal of that is the unshakable belief that you
Mm.
need in order to work with me,
Yeah.
because that tells you that, actually, hang on, Vishal can help me. So when somebody's got that, uh, that will make a huge difference to your business, to how you'll be able to help others, and how you can take this. If
And
you're looking,
is there a particular way that you collect testimonials? Like someone says, okay, okay, great. Uh, I now need to collect more testimonials. Is there a moment where you collect them? Do you have a strategy to collect them, or it just happens whenever?
so the testimonials, once they've been through my program. So I've got various programs, depending on where people want to kind of start off, or maybe, depending on how much their budget is, and how much they want to invest in themselves. So I've got like a 7-day online challenge, which I mentioned on the app. Then I've got my one-to-ones. Then I have a 21-day hybrid program, and then I have a 3 months one-to-one program, and that's for mainly for people who are, very much at a very low level, and they want a lot of help, right? So different programs. So at the end of every program, even if it's a 7-day online challenge, something that they do virtually themselves, I don't do anything because it's all on the app. Even after that, uh, I ask them for testimonials. And the way I ask them for testimonials is to write it on the Facebook group that I have. And when they write it themselves on the Facebook group, I also ask permission for me to take a screenshot of it, sometimes to even email it to my email list. So that's one way I ask for testimonials. And the other thing that I can also do with my kind of work, because especially with the one-to-ones, where I take them through into the subconscious mind, is I video it. Now there are certain elements which can be private, which, if my client says, look, I don't want to share it, that's fine. They don't want to share it. But there are other elements which are very useful, because there was always lessons to be learned
Yeah.
within those one-to-one sessions. And these can be very useful for people who are watching those videos. And the videos are slightly long, they could be between 20 to 40 minutes. But these videos also show how the actual work takes place, as in
Mhm.
how they can go into the subconscious mind and how it can really help. So that, along with their testimonial, is something that I also send out to my email list, and also have that on the Facebook group too. And of course, I've got the YouTube videos.
I really like that. I really like that strategy in particular because for people that they are on the fence, this is what builds trust. And as you said before, trust is the key element before they buy. If they have the unshakable belief that you can help them, then either they will, if they have the money, they will pay. If they don't have it, they will find the money. If they cannot find the money, then that's it. But at least there is that want of, I need to work with Vishal. I need to work with this person. And also like the way you showcase the full results. And I know, for example, that are people like that are in your field where you're working with sensitive subjects. Some
Yeah.
people might want to, it's easier for me to get a testimonial because it's more business related, it's external. I work with Simone and I got this result. It's different than I had these health issues, I had this mental health issues, I had these family problems. This is really putting your these are your dirty laundry out in the air, and not many people want. So I like the way you have combined both, when you're saying, okay, we can showcase the process, we only select things that you want to make public, but at the same time is rich enough. It becomes a piece of content that is designed for potential clients to believe in you, to see the process, and then ultimately to buy. So um, anyone who is watching or listening, look at this strategy, because really powerful, more than anything else that you can do. Vishal, it has been a great interview. We went from a bit of your beginning, then some of biggest mistakes, then biggest piece of advice. Tell us a bit more about what's coming up. You mentioned that you have a retreat in Kenya. I know that you have your website that people can go to. So tell us a bit more about what resources you have for people, and how can people work with you as well.
Sure. Yeah. So I have a website, which Simone, I think, must have put it up on the chat, which is www.livewithmindfulness.com. I also have an app, like I mentioned earlier. You can download the app on Apple as well as Google Play. It's called Live with Mindfulness. And in there, you can go through a masterclass, which is about 40 minutes. It's a free masterclass, which shows you the 5 steps on how to clear your past. So get rid of all of that which is actually sabotaging your life. You will learn the 5 steps. And from there, if somebody is interested in getting some guidance, some help with myself, then they will contact me. I've got a Calendly link on there. They can get in touch, book a call with myself. And yeah, the journey then starts, where we start clearing your past and anything that is actually affecting you in your life.
That's brilliant. So make sure you check Vishal's work out, livewithmindfulness.com. You can see the link also popping in the video, and is also in the description wherever you're watching this video, where you can connect with Vishal. Again, Vishal, massive congratulations. Well done. We don't give away this award lightly. It's actually one of the biggest awards within GTeX, and I'm so happy you won it, because of the journey that I've seen you being on, and also the work that you provide for your clients. It's incredible work. It's life changing, and this is why we are here. This is why we are part of GTeX, to that so that together we can make this world a better place to live in, and we can all do it in our individual parts, in our own way, using our own gifts. So well done, Vishal. Congratulations.
Thank
Really,
you.
really
Really
incredible.
honored.
And for everyone else that you're thinking, okay, I would love to be part of this community, I would love to grow my business, I would love to make a bigger impact in the world, and you like the ethos of GTeX, or maybe you just want to experience how it is like to work with us, check gtexmethod.com. So you can check gtexmethod.com. The link is in the description as well, and we can start the conversation there. Having said that, Vishal, again, congratulations. And everyone is watching or listening, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time, remember that together we grow exponentially.
Thank
Ciao.
you, Simone. Thank you. Bye.